Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another iRacing video. This time around we're back in the BMW M4 GT4 and this time racing in the BMW M Power Tour fixed setup series as always. And this time at Oulton Park, a classic MSV circuit, hated by many but loved by quite a few as well. And this time we're going to be racing with just randoms again, so no more shenanigans in the TCR car for now, but still it's going to be a lot of fun here and obviously getting ready to start soon. I'm really excited to see how this one's going to come down, as this track has no secrets for me anymore, but it's a difficult track, it's quite narrow. The weather also isn't looking too good here, it's quite dark out there, so it's going to be a little bit of a mess here. Now we're starting the race at quite some nice numbers here, with a 3.13 safety rating of 515. Racing, iRating racing, we are underway and it's going to be a decent start coming out here. We're immediately aware of the driver next to us here, but he's not going to send a move down the inside, so we're good to go, making our way through nicely. Starting in 8th position. 145.67 we qualify. That's a decent lap out there, I can't lie. And this time we've got quite a bit to do to try and make it up further ahead. Now we are managing to stay out of trouble quite well in the beginning. Obviously with this weather it's always tricky to get out there, and at the moment it's looking like it's not raining, but it could be quite wet, and that's a little bit of a send down the inside. That's way too optimistic. Driver ahead of us gone off as well, so we're now slow and just gonna let him join back in there just to make sure that we don't get into any incidents, but still dangerous stuff out there in the beginning here. Of course, that contact's never good. That's definitely going to impact our safety rating in the end. So we want to try and keep things clean. Although there was very little that we actually could do to defend from that. That was just maybe a little bit too opportunistic by the driver behind us here. Now, friendly reminder as well that if you've enjoyed the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe as well. It would be very much appreciated. We've reached the 300 mark basically at this point. We're trying to push up even more. And getting it to 500 as soon as possible will be a great achievement, I can't lie. So we're going to see how that one goes down. Meantime, we'll tell. But still, for just know, you guys are all very much appreciated. And the support has been amazing as always. Now, as for making it here through, you can just see how slippery and slidey it is. Now, we managed to survive. We've lost one positioning on the opening lap so far, and it's looking like we'll stay there. And it's just a matter of staying trouble-free here. There's a car facing the wrong way, unfortunately. So you know that he's had an incident or two. Looks like he might have gone on the throttle a little bit too earlier, and then he's oversteered, unfortunately, into the barrier here because the conditions are just awful. Now the strength of field here is roughly 640. So we are supposed to be ending up in the bottom half, but our position as is right now is quite good, I'd say. And we're just going to be trying to improve here as much as possible. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a gap ahead and behind for now. Coming into this nice little loop once again. Yeah, it's just such a tricky corner, right? The Shell Oils corner is definitely a tricky one, but we managed to make it through nicely. Then it's on the throttle until you get the Britons, which is quite the tight turn, and you've got to make sure you brake in time. It's super frustrating to get that one right, and now especially with the current conditions it's hard to get ready and brake on time. But luckily everybody survived for now. Car on the left, there's been an incident and both stuck there. Yeah, we gotta make sure that we avoid them. One driver's gone off to the grass and we wait for the other one to retreat, so we're back into a position. Now it's a little bit higher up the field. It's going to be 7th position for now. Obviously we're not there yet, but this is still a good result. I mean, podium is still the goal. As always, you gotta stay opportunistic, right? This time we are avoiding the majority of the carnage, which is awesome to see as well. Now just hoping to get out there, just doing our own thing. The drivers behind are not too far behind us at the moment here, so it's only a second gap that we've got so far, so any improvement would be good, really. Just trying to stay out there. As we make our way over to the main straight again, we are starting up another lap here. So far so good. Here comes a little bit of a tight turn, and we managed to make it through nicely here. So far so good. And as we make our way through yet again, Shell's corner, we're so far all good to go. How much longer that will stay the same, we don't know yet, but we're gonna find out soon. So time will tell, of course. And so far I have no expectations as to what we're gonna see, but time will tell. A little bit of a contact there, actually. Somehow I thought that we avoided it, but turns out we didn't. There is once again an incident ahead of us in the same corner. Yeah, that is just so incredibly awkward. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's quite frustrating, honestly. We're hoping to see that avoided, but I guess that's just not happening for now. As we make it through yet again, we're good to go. Now we're in a little bit of a fight as we've made our way up into P6 for now. Just something that we'll happily take, of course. As we keep at it now, I'm curious to see where the positions might now be gained. It's going to be a fastest lap coming out there. That's quite nice to see as we're once again into the first couple turns. So far we're all good. There, it's once again on the limits. It's always tricky to do so, but we managed to make it out quite nicely, which is awesome to see. Here, just making our way through now. We're still seeing the drivers chasing us behind, and it's always tricky to get that going, obviously. Now, so far we are kind of okay. I mean, we've got very little to lose at the moment. Just trying to do our best and trying to stay ahead whenever possible. And then we'll see what comes eventually. So far we're all good. This time no accidents in the same corner again, so it looks like people are learning for now. So that's an improvement, it's good to see. And well, as we make our way up to the faster sector of the circuit, we can see that Tyler, the driver ahead of us here, is just kind of sneaking away from us a little bit here. Dominic is behind and he's got a half a second gap so far. So most definitely quite tricky to try and catch up here whenever possible. There's 8 minutes left on the clock here, so we're almost a third through the race already. It just goes so incredibly quick.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Fastest lap of the session yet again at 1:45.4. So the lap times are honestly all good. Which is great to see. We're gonna try to keep it going. It's going to be a bit of a wet track still. Obviously, that condition isn't really changing out so many times. Look at our heart rate as well. It's quite high up now. Because this is quite intense racing. Obviously, in the BMW M4, it's a tricky car to maneuver around, especially now with the weather looking like this, and the driver ahead of us is doing a good job at managing it. The gaps stayed roughly the same. Lost a 10 for 2, but other than that, we're good to go. Dominic hasn't really gotten much closer. It's now a 0.4 gap. Turn 0.3, so we definitely need to keep pushing here if we want to try to avoid everything that we can. Lap time so far looking good, totally as projected. So everybody's getting a little faster out there now. People getting used to the conditions, and we see that's working in everyone's favor now. Obviously, this track is quite an iconic one as well, right? It's as we lose the position here, it's quite a iconic track, especially in British GT racing. BTCC is driven here as well, of course. It's one of the MSV circuits, just like tracks like Snetterton and Donington Park, for example. And it's made for some good racing in the past, and what makes these British circuits always so iconic is that they're usually very tricky to drive around them because they're quite tight, and they don't have a lot of overtaking opportunities, and that's always kind of the story of this. Now it's up to us to try and chase Dominic here. We're back into P7. It's not too bad after all. I mean, let's still try and catch him here. We decided to be a little bit more careful as we didn't want to get ran off here. Luckily we have avoided that just now, but as we're all good to go, it's 5.5 minutes remaining here in the race. The position seems stable, and that's also once again a reminder that if you are enjoying the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe. Shell O's Corner has no secrets for us anymore, so we're all good to go. Actually, we're getting a little bit closer to Dominic again. We almost go across the cross there, but I think we just barely made it out. So far, so good. Now we'll see what comes eventually. We've got a little bit of catching up to do. But I think that's a good sign here. I think that's definitely going to help us in the longer run. Leader pushing up to their fastest lap again. It's honestly incredible what they're doing. I really don't know how they're doing it. It just seems so impossible, but some drivers here are incredibly quick. It's a 1:42 even. That is in itself just absolute madness, I feel like. Honestly, the only thing I can say is well done, because that's just really impressive in itself. As we push once again over the main straight, we haven't really seen much action elsewhere. Fastest lap coming in again. So we're breaking our own records here, which is good to see. This time we're all good. Once again, just pushing to our absolute limit. Dominic is kind of getting away from us here, unfortunately for us. We're hoping to keep up, but unfortunately we couldn't so far. It's a shame, really. I'd love to see a little bit more happening, but I guess for now it's impossible, unfortunately for us. As we once again slow down for the trickiest corner of the track, we have made it through safely a couple times by now, which is awesome to see. So far we're all okay. I'm not expecting much more action here, I can't lie. It's so far just all looking good, and haven't seen any big surprises as of lately. So honestly, we're all good. Obviously, we're not able to catch up with Dominic as it stands right now. He's slowly but surely driving away from us here. I'm not too worried about that just yet here. Our heart rate's kind of going down a little bit too now, so we're getting that improvement in, which is quite nice to see. As we're looking to push in, we're gonna see what happens eventually here, but at the moment no big surprises. At the moment we're all okay. We're going to be seeing some more action soon, I think. It wouldn't surprise me, at least. As obviously those races always have a nifty twist at the end. So far we haven't seen it though. Not yet, at least. Well, as we do our own thing, we haven't really been challenged for this position, but this is good though. This is going to get us some good points here in total. Something we will most happily take. Therefore, we have the opportunity to. So far, it's been a good, clean race as well. We're staying out of trouble, and time obviously is ticking away here. So far, quite a consistent run.
White flag, one more left to go.
White flag is out, so we know we're almost at the end. We're not there yet, obviously. That's a great sign. P7 would be massive here. New fastest lap set as well now. Now, there were 19 drivers starting this race, so this is looking real solid now. Car behind pitting now too. I mean, that doesn't even matter for us too much. And well, as we keep at it here, we know that time is ticking away. We're not going to be able to win the race. Unfortunate, but that is just what it is. Not much that we can do about it. But still, I think the result speaks for itself here. Now, once again, the last tricky set of corners, and this time we go a little bit too wide. And luckily, we're not in trouble with the times whatsoever. I mean, the driver behind us is so far away. It's 24 seconds clear, so we're all good to retreat and do what we're good at. And yeah, that sometimes happens. I mean, bound to happen at some point, right? It's a tricky track. And so far, we're all good. Here, as we make it through, we're gonna go downhill one more time to try and bring it across. And once again, a little bit too wide here. It's a massive result for us here. It's going to be a clean P7 finish as we cross the line. That's gonna help us quite a little bit here in terms of standings here. So we've got some good statistics here coming. We only got 5 incident points, gaining us a 0.07 safety rating, putting us to 3.20. And we have improved our iRating by 40 points. So we are now on 555, scoring 26 points this race, giving us the 1507th time out of 2199, which in total brings us at 148 here. That's good enough for position 635 out of 4,956. So we're in the top 10% roughly, which is quite impressive. I mean, if we gain 100, we're basically there. So that is quite a good result there. Now, this is once again as well, if you have enjoyed the content so far, make sure that you like and subscribe. Last time around, we obviously raced with iRacing. That was a lot of fun. The video on that is out as well, so make sure you go check that one out first. That is a league we're going to be joining in a little bit more as well. There's more information in that video and under that video, so make sure that if you're interested in the content so far, if you're liking everything you see, make sure that you like and subscribe and follow up for more. Now, my name is Ricky from RTC Broadcasting. It has once again been an absolute pleasure to provide you with the voiceover as always. Hope you guys have enjoyed the voiceover. Now, if you're interested in hiring me as a voiceover actor, shoot me a message, or if you have any feedback for me, it would be very much appreciated as well. We're going to drive the car safely back into the pits now and call it a day here. P7 out of 19 is not bad at all. I'll happily take the result. And as we come to a halt, I can only say one thing, that is that I wish you guys a very pleasant rest of the day. Bye-bye.